Hey everyone, Hydra Hut here, and this is Venom number 8. This is by Donny Cates. We got a new artist, Ivan Colo and Andres Mosa. So this is I guess I should tell you, there's a digital code inside, so if you stick with the review till the end, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal that. So if you don't already have it, you can have it for free, assuming you get to it first. The cover really doesn't tell us anything about what's going on. There's absolutely nothing to do with the pentagram in this issue. It is a very cool cover. I dig it, but it has nothing to do with what we're seeing inside. So if a cover is supposed to be the opening paragraph of your book, then the cover failed. If the cover is just supposed to draw you in and sell you a comic regardless of the interior, which, let's face it, that's the real purpose of a comic. They don't give a shit about it actually being an opening paragraph. Then it did its job. This is $3.99. Obviously, it's by Marvel. So we're pretty much picking up right where we left off. And where we left off is the symbiote is essentially a brainless vegetable. Still has powers and whatnot, but for the most part, it's not talking, communicating, or doing much of anything. Eddie is in the captivity of Reed Richards, but not the Reed Richards we know. This Reed Richards is called the Maker. He very much looks and has Reed Richards' powers, but he's not him, apparently. Don't really understand how that is. What this comic really is, though, and why I would recommend this comic is if you're a Flash Thompson fan, this comic is Donny Cates basically apologizing to all of Flash Thompson's fans for whoever killed Flash. Because Flash is one of the few Marvel characters that is actually dead. He's never coming back. They did it to technically a minority character, because even though he's a white male, he is crippled, wheelchair bound, and the symbiote was the only thing that made him not wheelchair bound. But Flash was a badass. He is probably a fan favorite for Venom. Eddie is the OG, but a lot of people prefer Flash. His stories were good, his concept was good, and this is really just Donny Cates basically saying he agrees with everybody, and even Eddie kind of agrees that Flash can't be replaced. And they do a good job. But it starts off with him giving this heartfelt apology to Flash Thompson's grave, and then we find out that it's all just an illusion created by the Maker. We find out that the Maker has some DNA of Flash's, because the symbiotes leave basically a trace DNA all across yours, so that they can communicate to the hive mind. That way, if something else ever takes over your body, it has all the information already, and then that can be transferred to the hive. Which means that it's basically an actual imprint of the symbiote before he got his brain wiped. And he's saying that he's going to use it to kind of try and basically, he's going to go dig up Flash Thompson and use his remains to try and talk to the symbiote god. That causes the the brain dead symbiote inside Eddie to freak the fuck out. It comes free. Eddie lets it separate from itself while it handles Reed Richards, and then they basically toss Reed out the window. Then Eddie has to escape, but of course, because it's a building that's basically dedicated to studying Clintar, they're loaded down with sonic weapons and whatnot. Real quick pause. I would be really excited for this because I like Namor. I love the Silver Surfer. I could give a two shingle shit about Doctor Strange, to be completely honest. I think the Hulk's alright. Now, I don't know anything about Jason Latour, so I will give that a shot. But if Al Ewing is going to be doing the group, and maybe that's the artist, I don't know. But if Al Ewing is doing the writing for the Defenders, then it doesn't matter that my favorite character is in it. I will not be reading it because Al Ewing is a cocksucker. And I don't mean that as he's gay, I mean that he's just an ass bag. I hate when English people try and tell Americans how to live their lives and how to politic. I mean, bitch, if we gave it to shingle shit what you thought, we wouldn't have thrown your ass off this land fucking 200 years ago. Go suck your queen's clit, you faggots. Oh, I'm sorry about the harsh language. Anyway, after throwing Reed Richards out the window and getting assaulted by the anti-Clintars, Eddie and the symbiote essentially take Flash's DNA and ingest it. And then what happens is very, very cool. It's basically an imprint of Flash. So Flash takes control and Flash is back. It's not really him. It's just like an imprint of him. Which is enough to get Eddie out of this shit situation. It's also enough for Donny Cates to really express his love for Flash Thompson and for the artist to show how badass Flash Thompson is to draw. Very, very cool bit of the scene. And then we get some more information with alluding to what's going to be happening in the future. And then we find out that, more than likely, to nobody's surprise, here's your free digital code. This is marvel.com/redeem. Enter this code, get a free comic. All right. As I was saying, to nobody's surprise, Donny Cates will be bringing back Carnage. I'm not going to show you anything past here because I think you should read it and fill in all the stuff I left out. But yeah, it looks like Carnage is coming back. So, I don't know. We'll see how it's handled. I like Carnage, as you probably know, because I've posted pictures and video of my gigantic freaking Carnage omnibus. But we'll see how they handle it. And I'm curious as to what artist. If it's still this Ivan Kolo, he's fucking talented. He could draw the shit out of Carnage. And also Andres Mosa does pretty good colors. Alright, that's all I really got to say. I do recommend it. Thanks for watching. Hail Hydra, baby.